हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम ऑन बिगनर्स पॉइंट चैनल। अभी हम स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं करंट अफेयर्स जो है 4 तारीख से लेकर आज 8 तारीख तक की। ठीक है। फर्स्ट न्यूज़ इज यूएन माइग्रेशन एजेंसी सेज कॉन्फ्लिक्ट climate change driving global displacement. Conflict and climate change remain the most significant factors driving global displacement, the chief of the UN Migration Agency said in Dhaka on Tuesday 7 May at an event launching the World Migration Report 2024. The report showing a record number of displaced people and a major increase in international remittance was launched by the International Organization for Migration IOM in the Bangladeshi capital, where its Director General Amy Poi said she had visited the masses of Rohingya refugees Cox's Bazar fleeing the conflict in Myanmar. Bangladesh PM urged IOM to raise more funds for Rohingyas. Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina on Tuesday urged the International Organization for Migration IOM to raise more funds from newer sources for assistance of the Rohingyas sheltered in Bangladesh. Since the assistance for Rohingyas has declined, the IOM should look for new partners to raise more funds for them, she said. Meditech Stackhorn launched to boost India's medtech industry. The Department of Pharmaceuticals, Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizer today kicked off the Meditech Stackhorn 2024 in New Delhi alongside Confederation of India Industry CII. This event aims to revolutionize India's growing medtech sector by thoroughly analyzing the value chain of selected medical devices. The goal is to tackle major challenges, promote local manufacturing, and lessen reliance on imports, ultimately establishing India as a global leader in medical technology. Russia's Vladimir Putin sworn in as president for fifth term. President Vladimir Putin was sworn in for a new 6-year term on Tuesday 7 May at a Kremlin ceremony that was boycotted by the United States and a number of other Western countries due to Russia's war in Ukraine. Putin, in power as president or prime minister since 1999, begins his new mandate more than 2 years after he sent tens of thousands of troops into Ukraine, where Russia forces have regained the initiative after a series of reversal and are seeking to advance further in the east. Arabian Travel Mart 2024 Ministry of Tourism launch Cool Summers of India campaign in Dubai. In a bid to strengthen India's presence in the Middle East tourism market, the Ministry of Tourism is participating in Arabian Travel Mart 2024 being held in Dubai from May 6 to 9 2024. Aligning with it, Incredible India Pavilion was inaugurated on Monday, aiming to capture the entirety of UAE market, highlighting lesser known yet refreshing destinations. The Ministry of Tourism also launched the Cool Summers of India campaign at Arabian Travel Mart. The digital campaign challenges the notion of India being too hot for summer travel, emphasizing on its offerings in hill resorts including the Himalayas. Gaza ceasefire uncertain. Israel vows to continue Rafah operation. Palestinian militant group Hamas on Monday agreed to a Gaza ceasefire proposal for mediators, but Israel said the terms did not meet its demands and pressed ahead with strikes in Rafah while planning to continue negotiation on a deal. The developments in the 7-month-old war came as Israel forces struck Rafah on Gaza's southern edge from the air and ground and ordered residents to leave parts of the city, which has been a refugee for more than a million displaced Palestinians. Hamas said in a brief statement that its chief Ismail Haniyeh had informed Qatari and Egyptian mediators that the group accepted their proposal for a ceasefire. Rise of a sea drone warfare challenges US Navy strategy. The US Navy efforts to build a fleet of unmanned vessels are flattering because the Pentagon remains wedded to big shipbuilding projects, according to some officials and company executives, exposing a weakness has a sea drones reshaped naval warfare. The lethal effectiveness of a sea drones has been demonstrated in the Black Sea, where Ukraine has developed remote controlled speedboats packed with explosive to sink Russian frigates and mines new mines sweepers in since late 2022. Vietnam marks 70th anniversary of the historic Dien Phu victory. Is a fight of Vietnam. War veterans, party leaders, and diplomats gathered in Vietnam's Dien Bien Phu province on the Tuesday for an event to mark the 70th anniversary of some country's victory over French colonial forces. The bloody 1556 day battle in the northwestern remote valley ended on 7 May 1954, participating the collapse of a French colonial rule. The historic Dien Phu battle is considered one of the great battles of 20th century. The French defeat led to the signing of the Geneva Accords on July 1954. Newari Tamang adopted as official languages in Bagmati province, Nepal. The Newari and Tamang languages have been brought into use as the languages for official works within the Bagmati province of Nepal. Prime Minister Pushpa Kamal Dahal Prachanda declared the launching of the Bagmati Province Official Language Act 2080 today on the Oceans of Language Day 2024. He announced that these two languages has been brought into use as the language for official communication in Bagmati Province. Indo-Nepal border closed due to upcoming Lok Sabha elections in Bihar. The Nepal-India border in Sirhat district will be closed for a total of 8 days in two phases due to upcoming Lok Sabha elections in the neighboring Indian state of Bihar. The elections are scheduled on 7 May in Sopol and May 20 in Madhubani district of Bihar. Putin orders tactical nuclear weapon drills to deter the West. Russia said on Monday it would practice the deployment of tactical nuclear weapon as a part of a military after what the Moscow said were threats from France, Britain and the United States. Since Russia invaded Ukraine in 2022, Russia has repeatedly warned of rising nuclear risk, warnings which the United States say it has to take seriously through. US officials says they have seen no change in Russia's nuclear posture. Sanjay Kumar Mishra appointed as the president of the GST Appellate Tribunal. In a ceremony held on Monday in the New Delhi, Justice retired Sanjay Kumar Mishra took the oath as the president of the GST Appellate Tribunal GST-80 from Union Minister for Finance and Corporate Affairs Nirmala Sitharaman. The GST-80 serves as the appellate authority under the Central Goods and Service Tax Act 2017, handling appeals against orders of the first appellate authority under the Act and respective state, union, territory GST acts. Its comprises a principal bench located in New Delhi and several state benches across the country. European shares climb on energy boost, rate cuts off. European shares rose on Monday, May 6, with investor optimism over the interest rate cuts from major central banks back to the force. The pan-European STOXX 600 was up 0.3%. UK equities are closed due to a bank holiday. Supporting sentiment, a media report showed European Central Bank chief economist Philip Lane noted a stronger case for a June rate cut on easing services inflation, whilst Friday 3 May softer than expected US jobs reported renewed bets of the Federal Reserve most likely easing rates this year. Publications India's hidden treasures revealed at Arabian Travel Market 2024. Dubai, the 31st edition of the Arabian Travel Market kicked off today in Dubai with the theme Empowering Innovation Transferring Travel Through Entrepreneurship. क्या थीम है? Empowering Innovation Transforming Travel Through Entrepreneurship. India is putting the spotlight on its leisure non-summer getaways at the Arabian Travel Market 2024, launching the Cool Summers of India, campaigning to challenge perceptions and promote the country has an attractive 360 days destinations. This digital campaigning, aptly named Coolcations, challenges the notion of India being too hot for summer travel, emphasizing its offerings in hill resorts, including the Himalayas. The campaigning seeks to promote India as a holistic destination throughout the year. As one of the largest exhibitors at the 31st edition of the region's premier travel trade show, the Indian contingent is leveraging ATM's global platform to showcase not just iconic landmarks but refreshing hill stations, mountain retreats, and other summer escapes. VP Jagdeep Dhankar highlights pivotal role of NEP in transforming education in India. Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar on Monday underscored India's historical eminence as the epicenter of knowledge and education, asserting that the country is firmly on its way to regain its past glory. Addressing the 62 Foundation Day of the School of Open Learning, University of Delhi, the Vice President emphasized the illustrious legacy of institutions like Nalanda and Takshila, highlighting the paradigm shift and reassurance in the India's educational landscape in contemporary times. In Bangladesh, inflation snatched people's purchasing power. Dr. Devapriya Bhattacharya. In Bangladesh, the purchasing power of marginal middle class and lower middle class has decreased due to the direct impact of double-digit inflation, said Dr. Deva Priya Bhattacharya, a distinguished fellow of the Center for Policy Dialogue (CPD). Dr. Bhattacharya made this statement on the occasion of unveiling a survey report titled New Government National Budget and Citizens Aspirations, held on Sunday in Dhaka. Israel attacks Rafah after Hamas claims responsibility for deadly rocket attack. 3 Israeli soldiers were killed in a rocket attack claimed by Hamas armed wing near the southern Gaza Strip city of Rafah, where Palestinian health officials said at least 19 people were killed by Israeli fire on Sunday. Hamas armed wing claimed responsibility on Sunday for an attack on the Kerem Shalom crossing into Gaza that Israel said killed 3 of its soldiers. Israel's military said 10 projectiles were launched from Rafah in southern Gaza towards the area of crossing, which it said was now close to 8 trucks going into the coastal enclave. Other crossing remained open. Israeli authorities raid Al Jazeera after shutdown order. Israeli authorities raided a Jerusalem hotel room used by Al Jazeera as its office after the government decided to shut down the Qatari-owned TV station local operations on Sunday. An Israeli official and Al Jazeera source told Al Jazeera ये AL अल जजीरा का जो ऑफिस है वो बंद करना पड़ गया उसे. Japan's foreign minister visiting Kathmandu to hold bilateral talks with Nepal. Japan's Minister for Foreign Affairs Kamikawa Yoko arrived in Kathmandu Sunday afternoon On an official visit to Nepal, the minister arrived at the cordial invitations of Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for Foreign Affairs Narayan Kaji Srestha. Foreign Service Secretary Seva Lamsal received the Japanese minister at Tribhuvan International Airport. This marks her first visit. This marks her first visit to Nepal after she was appointed to the post. The Japanese minister paid a courtesy call to Prime Minister Pushpa Kamal Dalal Prachanda in the bilateral meetings and talks with the Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Prime Minister Srestha at the ministry today. Views were exchanged on further elevating Nepal-Japan relations and bilateral cooperations. Fixed schedule announced for ICC Women's 2020 World Cup 2024 to be held in Bangladesh. The International Cricket Council (ICC) on Sunday announced the fixtures for the 9th ICC Women's T20 World Cup 2024 taking place 3 to 20 October in Bangladesh. 10 teams will play 23 matches over 18 action-packed days at two venues in Bangladesh, the Sher Bangla National Cricket Stadium in Dhaka and the Sylhet International Cricket Stadium in Sylhet, said ICC press release. The schedule was unveiled at an event in Dhaka attended by Najmul Hassan, president of the Bangladesh Cricket Board, alongside Geoff Allardyce, CEO of the ICC, and the captains of the Indian Bangladesh women's teams, Harmanpreet Kaur and Nigar Sultana, respectively. Largest international delegation observes India's general election. India's general elections have attracted global attention once again as the Election Commission of India (ECI) hosts its International Election Visitors Program (IEVP), welcoming 75 delegates from 23 countries. The inauguration ceremony held in New Delhi saw the presence of Chief Election Commissioner Rajiv Kumar along with EC Gyanesh Kumar and Sukhbir Singh Sandhu. Addressing the delegates, Rajiv Kumar emphasized India's significant contribution to the global democratic landscape. He highlighted the unique aspect of Indian elections where registration and voting are voluntary, underlining the ECI's role in encouraging participation through persuasion and voter awareness program. Xi visit to France to open up new prospects for bilateral relations. Chinese President Xi Jinping's state visit to France is of great significance in building on the past achievements and opening up new prospects for bilateral relations as the two countries celebrate the 60th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations. Xi started his state visit to France on Sunday at the invitation of his French counterpart Emmanuel Macron. Reports claiming high pesticide residue on Indian herbs, spice, false and malicious facile. The Food Safety and Standards Authority of India (FSI) has unequivocally refuted recent media reports aligning higher pesticide residue in India herbs and spices, labeling such claims as malicious, false and malicious. In press release, the food safety regulator clarified that India maintains some of the most stringent standard globally regarding maximum residue limits (MRL) for pesticides, with regulations tailored to the risk assessments of various food commodities. India lifts ban on onion export after robust production. India lifted the restriction on onion exports from Friday. The decision comes on the heels of robust kharif crop production in 2024, favorable monsoon forecasts coupled with stable market conditions, both at the mandi and retail levels. All restrictions on onion export have been removed with effect from today, said Nidhi Khare, Secretary Department of Consumer Affairs at a press conference in Delhi. Security forces conduct mock drills at key locations in Delhi following recent hoax bomb threats at various schools in the state. Following recent hoax bomb threats that targeted over 250 schools in the Delhi NCR region, security forces have intensified preparedness through mock drills at various key locations across the city, including schools, airports, metro stations, and government buildings. Officials said on Saturday the Delhi Police and the National Security Guard (NSG) conducted a drill at Delhi Public School in RK Puram. Both male and female personnel participated with NSG vehicles and buses on site to test emergency response capabilities. India's Panchayati Raj system highlights strides made in women's leadership, Ruchira Kamboj said. India's permanent representative to the UN, Ruchira Kamboj, highlighted the remarkable progress made in women's leadership within the India's Panchayati Raj system, a unique system of rural governance that decentralizes power at the grassroots level. Speaking at India's side event at the 57th Union Commission of Population and Development, titled Localizing the SDG Women in Local Governance in India Leads the Way, Kamboj emphasized the transformative impact of women's empowerment at the grassroots level through the Panchayati Raj system. और इसी के साथ हो जाती करंट अफेयर्स समाप्त. थैंक यू सो मच. शेयर विद योर फ्रेंड्स, लाइक एंड सब्सक्राइब.